A Christmas fire engulfs a West Virginia home. 5 kids vanish without a trace. Did they burn alive, or were they kidnapped? This remains America's most enduring mystery. You celebrate holidays with family. Thinking it's safe? Think again. This 1945 tragedy turned joy into endless questions for the Sodders. What really happened? Stay with me. This story's packed with chills. Let's unravel the flames together. It's Christmas Eve, 1945, in Fayetteville, a small coal mining town in the Appalachian Hills. Life was simple but close-knit. George and Jenny Sodder, Italian immigrants with 10 children, lived in a 2-story home that embodied the post-war American dream. George ran a coal trucking business. Jenny kept the home alive, and the kids ranged from 23-year-old John to 2-year-old Sylvia, all filled with holiday excitement. Stockings were hung, presents wrapped, and the wartime gloom had just lifted, but shadows lingered. George, known for his criticism of Mussolini, had made enemies. One man warned him, "Your house will burn and your children will be destroyed." He dismissed it then, but perhaps he shouldn't have. Just after midnight, a phone rang. A woman laughed, then hung up. Jenny went back to bed but woke an hour later to the smell of smoke. Flames engulfed George's office. He rushed to rescue the 5 children upstairs, but the ladder was missing from its usual spot. The trucks wouldn't start, and the phone line was dead. The blaze devoured the house in minutes. By morning, nothing remained but ashes and disbelief. Maurice, Martha, Louis, Jenny, and Betty, 5 young lives were gone. No screams, no remains. The fire chief called it an electrical fire. But how could the lights have stayed on if the wiring was faulty? George and Jenny refused to accept the official version. There were discrepancies in the official account. Authorities closed the case quickly. Death certificates were issued within days. George bulldozed the site himself, hoping to find any trace of bones or belongings, but the ground was barren, except for charred appliances still intact. The supposed hot fire hadn't destroyed everything, but it had erased the children. Soon, strange details surfaced. The ladder was found thrown into a nearby ditch. The phone lines were cut, not burned. A neighbor recalled hearing what sounded like fireballs striking the roof before the flames erupted. George also remembered an insurance salesman warning that his children would pay for his opinions. It was too many coincidences for comfort. Desperate for truth, the Sodders hired private investigator C.C. Tinsley, who discovered that the same insurance agent who threatened George had served on the coroner's jury that declared the children dead. Tinsley unearthed more rumors, reports of children seen with strangers after the fire, and a bus driver who swore he'd seen 5 kids matching their description riding out of town that night. Hope flickered again. Over the years, new leads kept coming. A photo from Kentucky looked eerily like Louis. A woman in St. Louis claimed to be Martha. George chased them all across the country, Florida, New York, even Texas, but every trail ended cold. Some whispered it was mafia revenge for George's anti-Mussolini stance. Others insisted it was nothing but tragedy and denial. The Sodders never stopped searching. They put up billboards along highways, offered rewards, and turned their home into a shrine for the missing 5. When George died in 1969, Jenny continued the search, wearing black for the rest of her life. In 1968, the family received a strange letter postmarked from Kentucky. Inside was a photo of a young man and a cryptic message, "Louis Sodder, I love brother Frankie, little boys. A90132 or 35. The man looked almost exactly like Louis would have as an adult. The family hired another investigator, but he vanished without a trace. Experts later questioned the official fire report. House fires usually do not burn hot enough to completely destroy human bones. The chief admitted later that he may have closed the case too soon, under pressure to give the town peace. Still, rumors persisted. Some believed organized crime silenced the family. Others saw the case as part of a larger pattern. Rural communities left without answers and small-town tragedies fading into folklore. The 2000s brought new attention. Books, podcasts, documentaries, and Reddit sleuths revived the mystery. The family's old billboard was rebuilt, drawing visitors and fresh theories. As of 2025, the case remains officially unsolved. West Virginia State Police still accept tips, but none have broken the silence. With today's forensic tools, ground-penetrating radar, soil DNA testing, and digital photo enhancement, there's a small chance that modern science might finally uncover what happened that night. FBI records from the 1950s confirmed that agents assisted the Sodders but found no evidence of kidnapping. Recent Freedom of Information releases revealed more letters and sightings, yet nothing concrete. Some say the truth was buried with time. Others believe the children lived under new identities. The Sodder story is more than a cold case. It's a reflection of human endurance. Sylvia, the youngest, grew up determined to honor her siblings' memory. Each year, locals gather at the memorial site where the home once stood, lighting candles under a plaque that reads, "The five will be remembered forever." Fayetteville's hills hold more than coal now. They hold questions that no fire could burn away. The Sodders remind us that justice isn't always found in verdicts, but in persistence. Their story endures because some mysteries refuse to die. If you know anything about this case, contact the West Virginia State Police at 304-7462-100. Even the smallest clue could rewrite history. The Sodder children's story shows that justice can survive through generations. Coming up next, the Officer Jason Ellis ambush, a tale of courage, betrayal, and secrets on a Kentucky highway. Like, share, and subscribe to keep the search for truth alive.